Here we are. We have just pressed play. And here I am. Here I am. You know, they say the only difference between a coward and a hero, they both feel fear. One of them doesn't act. One of them is self-imprisoned by that fear. And the other one, even though he feels it, or she feels it, pushes through. And let me tell you, I'm still feeling it. I am still feeling it. Recording yourself in public is a great way to get over self-limiting beliefs. It's a great way to get over people-pleasing. So often we keep ourselves small. We worry too much about what other people think. People, places, things. And what we need to do is we just need to press play, right? And what I mean by that, it could be press the button. It could be just do it. What I mean by that is take action. You know, Michael Jordan talked about it actually when he was asked how successful he is and all these positive stats. He says, you want to get the stats on how many shots I've missed. For instance, they talked about how many game-winning free throws he'd had, right? In the last minute, the buzzer shots, how many he'd scored. But the numbers of how many he'd missed were far greater. You know, we hear this time and time again. It's one thing hearing it, it's another thing acting upon it. There's that saying, right? Knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge plus action is power. How many self-help books are you going to have to read before you do what's in the self-help book? You know? So my advice to you, right, if you're watching this, comment, at least like, and that thing that you've been putting off, just press play on it. You know, like today I was walking up and down this street and I was putting it off. I was putting it off, pressing record. I thought, this is a great idea. Look at this. Look at how beautiful the scenery is. Look at Rio de Janeiro. Wouldn't it be cool if someone had the audacity to record a video about just doing something, not worrying about what people, places and things thought? And I got to tell you, the amount of people that are giving me smiles and loving the fact that I'm just doing this, they're buzzing off it because they know it takes a big setup to do what I'm doing. And there's admiration in that. It's like when we watch The Hero's Journey, we were talking about a hero and a coward. You know, we root for that, don't we? And it's not like I'm some big star yet. If you don't know, we're on the road this year. It was my birthday the other day, November 14th, and I said, look, I'm going to upload a video and do a live every day. We're going to go for 100,000 subscribers. You know, I'm putting my mind to it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. The universe has been speaking to me, but faith without works is dead. The gods will offer you chances, but faith without works is dead. So when the opportunities come, when opportunity knocks, when you get these insights, you've got to take the action. And guess what? A great marker for taking this action is going to be, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it in here. You're going to be like, oh no, I don't want to do that. That's going to really make me feel uncomfortable. Well, guess what? That's where the growth is, in discomfort. So often we choose comfort over character. You might have heard me say that before if you subscribe to this channel. If you aren't subscribed to this channel, by the way, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. But so often we've chose comfort over character. That's not where growth is. That's not where a growth mindset is. We're not perfect. It's progress over perfection. We talk about that a lot on this channel. Because we're flawed, aren't we? we got this thing called the flesh. The flesh. We've all got our little venom inside us, whispering sweet nothings. So the way to deal with that is we just press play and we get into action. At some point we've got to stop the thinking, we've got to stop the ruminating, and we've got to get into massive action. And you know what to say, right? One thing leads to another. Like at the end of this video, there'll be another one to click on. All right. Va con Deus.